They say pride blinds a man long before life teaches him a lesson. And for Tunde, pride was not just a habit, it was his identity. Tunde was the kind of man who believed love made men weak. Handsome, tall, and full of himself, he thought women were born to serve and men were born to command. He'd sit in his parlor every evening, legs on the table, barking orders at his wife, Amara, like she was one of his housemaids. If the food delayed, she would sleep hungry. If she spoke too much, he'd remind her that her voice only mattered when he asked for it. To him, control was the proof of manhood. One afternoon, his friends came to visit. They sat, laughing, drinking palm wine, and Tunde began to boast. "My brothers," he said proudly, "a woman will only respect you when she fears you. All this love and pampering nonsense, that's weakness. If you don't show her who's boss, she will climb your head." And his friends laughed in agreement, slapping their thighs. "That's true, Tunde. That's how to keep them in check." And poor Amara, from the kitchen, heard every word. Her heart broke, not because of the insults, but because she still loved him and prayed he'd change someday. But he never did. Days turned to months and her suffering grew. He starved her, insulted her, and made her feel worthless. Each night, she cried silently, whispering prayers to God for strength. Until one day she woke up, looked in the mirror and said to herself, "I deserve peace." That morning, she packed her things quietly and left. Tunde didn't chase her. He didn't even ask why she left. He only smiled and said, "A real man doesn't beg a woman. She'll regret it. I'll get another one." And so he did. He met Cynthia, beautiful, confident, sweet. Also she seemed. But unlike Amara, Cynthia had done her homework. She had heard the stories, how Tunde treated his first wife like a slave, how he bragged about making women kneel. So before she moved in, she went to a native doctor. She wanted power, total control. The man gave her a charm, a small bottle of liquid. "Add it to his food," he said, "and he will be yours forever." That night, she cooked for him for the first time. He smiled proudly as he ate, bragging, "My dear, you are lucky. I am not one of those soft men. I know how to keep a woman in her place." But as he swallowed that food, his pride was swallowed with it. From the next morning, the tables turned. Tunde began to change. To be continued.